Hello, my dear student. Hope you are fine and safe at your home. Today, I am going to describe about human skeletal system. You know that human skeletal system consists by different kinds of bones, cartilage, tendon, and ligaments. Hope you will enjoy this class. After watching this class, if you have any question about human skeletal system, please write down on comments box. I will try to give you an answer as soon as possible. Thank you. Firmness and locomotion. My dear student, humans have to move for different purposes in their daily life. It is impossible to locomotion without the movement of hands and legs. Two systems of the body are related with the movement of these structures. Actually, we can do work and walk or run due to activities of skeletal and muscular system. These two systems are also support and build up our body structure. With perfect functioning of the joints and muscle connections, the skeletal and muscular system play important role in locomotion and body movements. In this chapter, a discussion has been made about the structure of skeletal system, their function, some troubles of bones, and the structure and functions of muscles. There are two kinds of human skeleton, exoskeleton and endoskeleton. The parts of skeleton that exist outside the body, example nail, hair, and endoskeleton, the part of skeleton which cannot be seen from outside. For example, you can say humerus, femur, etc. Role of skeleton in firmness and locomotion. So first of all, without the skeletal system, our body will be just mass of flesh and guts. The skeletal system helps provide a framework to our body. There are many other functions of the skeletal system that helps in many other processes in the human body system. First of all, shape. The bone structure gives shape to the body. Support also. The skeleton is the framework of the body. It supports the softer tissue and provides points of attachment for most skeletal muscles. The muscles and skeletal system works together to carry our bodily movement, and together they are called the musculoskeletal system. When muscles contract, the skeleton moves, and also it helps for protection. The skeletal provides mechanical protection for many of the body's internal organs, reducing risks of injury of them, to them. And the spongy tissue inside long bones such as femur or thick bone has two types of marrow responsible for blood cell production also. On average, 2.6 million red blood cells are produced each second by the bone marrow. Bones also help to store several minerals including calcium, phosphorus, and with increasing age, some bone marrow changes from red bone marrow to yellow bone marrow. Yellow bone marrow consists mainly of adipose cell and a few blood cell. It is an important chemical energy reserve. Surface of muscle attachment. It is important part of skeletal system, and maintenance of pressure and ionic balance also. The reticuloendothelial system of bone take part in the immune system of the body. Malleus, incus, and stapes bones of the internal ear assist auditory process. Bone tissue stores several toxins such as lead, arsenic, etc., and keep the body in safe. The human skeleton is composed of 300 bones at birth, and by the time adulthood is reached, some bones have fused together to give a total of 206 bones in the adult. There are several cartilage structure along with the bone, but no independent cartilaginous structure in the body. The human skeleton can divide it into the axial skeleton and the appendicular skeleton. So here skull, rib cage. These are the axial skeleton, and forelimb, hind limb. These are the part of appendicular skeleton. Axial skeleton forms the axis of human. It consists of skull, vertebral column, and thoracic cage. On the other hand, it is the skeletal, or you can say that skeleton of appendages of human body. It consists of pectoral girdle, skeleton of upper limbs, pelvic girdle, and skeleton or lower limbs. Skull is the part of human skeleton that forms the bone framework of the head. It is consist of 29 bones. Among these, 8 cranial, 14 facial, 6 ear-ossical, and 1 hyoid bone. The cranium is the part of the skull that holds and protects the brain in a large cavity called the cranial vault. 8 plate-like bones from the human cranium by fitting together at the joint called the suture joints. The human skull includes 14 facial bones that forms the lower front of the skull and provide the framework of foremost of the face. At birth, many cranial bones are not fused, so that 6 spaces are left without any bones covering. And vertebral column. The vertebral column form the central axis of the body. It is also known as the spine or backbone. It is composed of several pieces of bone. It is composed of several pieces of irregular shape, separate bones. Those have tight attachment with each other by limited capability of movements. These bones are called vertebrae. Between the vertebrae of the spine are thin regions of the cartilage known as the intervertebral discs or symphysis. So now I am going to describe about thoracic cage. The bony thoracic cage or chest cage is formed 12 thoracic vertebrae, 12 pair of bone rib, and costal cartilage and the sternum. The first 7 pair of rib are attached to the sternum by costal cartilage and are called true rib. The next 3 pair are attached to the cartilage of the rib just above them and are called false rib. The last 2 pair, 11 and 12, are free in front, hence called floating rib. So now I am going to describe about appendicular skeleton. First of all, pectoral girdle. So it attaches the upper limb to the body trunk and is formed by 2 bones, the clavicle and the scapula. Clavicle is a modified long bone and is throughout its position. It is also known as the beauty bone or collar bone. Scapula is a pear-shaped flat bone that contains the glenoid fossa for the formation of shoulder joint. It possesses 3 important processes: spine of scapula, acromion processes, and choroid processes. So upper limb. The skeleton of each upper limb consists of 30 bones. These bones are humerus, radius and ulna, carpals, metacarpals, and phalanges. So number of humerus is 1, radius ulna 1, and carpals total number is 8, metacarpals are 5, and phalanges 14. And pelvic girdle. The pelvic girdle consists of 2 halves, each called hip bone or innominate bone are joined with each other at symphysis pubis. Each hip bone is made up of three components: ilium, ischium and pubis. Each hip bone is made of three bones. Now they are joined each other. The acetabular cavity is cup shaped and faces laterally downwards and forwards. It articulates with the head of the femur. The ilium, ischium and pubis contribute to its formation. So next, hind limb. The skeleton of each lower limb consists of 30 bones. The bones are femur, tibia, fibula, tarsal, metatarsal and phalanges. The first bone of the lower arm is called femur. Femur is the largest and the strongest bone of the body. It consists upper end shaft and lower end. The upper end or head articulates with the acetabulum, the of hip bone, giving a secure joint but with less freedom of movement. So thank you very much for watching this class till end. If you have any question, please write down on comments box. I will try to give your answer as soon as possible.